I drove 4,423 miles in 1 week legally at Fedex ground. Stick around to the end, and I'm going to tell you how I did it and why that's important to you. Alright, so let's get started. In a previous video, I told you about how the Fedex ground system works, the differences between Fedex ground, Fedex Express, and Fedex Freight. And I'll leave that link down here below, and I'll also put a card up right here. The most important part here is that at Fedex ground, all the trucks are owned by contractors. Fedex ground does not own the trucks. They're owned by contractors. Now this is important because if you're thinking about coming to Fedex ground, shop around a little bit. And what I mean by that is you can come to the Fedex ground system and remain under the Fedex ground system, but find the right contractor for you. And when I say find the right contractor, you also need to find the right area. If you are in an area where there's not much freight, or the distance between terminals aren't that much, you might not get a lot of miles. And most contractors are going to pay by the mile. Some pay by the hour, some pay by the job, some pay for dropping hooks, some pay a combination. Alright, so you have to figure out what works best for you. I'll give you an example. I used to run for a contractor out of Fayetteville. Great guy. But unfortunately, because of where Fayetteville is located, it was really hard to get significant miles per week to make any real money. Now at the time, I was still active through the military, so I was doing it on the side, so the money I brought in, an extra $700 to $900 a week, was pretty good side money. But unfortunately, the guys who were there doing it full time averaged less miles than me. I did about 2,500 miles a week. They did about 2,300 miles a week. And they were on dedicated freight, so they really didn't have any other options or any other choices but to run those miles. There were guys getting 350, 371 miles a day, where I was normally doing around 467 miles a day. But I was running what they call wild man, which means that I would go anywhere that they needed me to. I would leave out of Fayetteville, go to Florence. From Florence, South Carolina, I would go to Charlotte, North Carolina, and from there they would send me wherever they needed to. Sometimes right up the street to Concord, North Carolina, and back. Sometimes to Charleston. I just went everywhere, everywhere in North Carolina, South Carolina, and then at times even into Virginia, West Virginia. All right. But like I said, it was just really hard. I got 3,000 miles one time on while I was with that contractor, and it was like a big shock. Like, how the heck did you do that? I built a lot of rapport with the coordinators in the Charlotte terminal, and they would give me whatever they had left over. Or excuse me, a lot of times they would give me things like a dedicated driver might be 30 minutes out, but because I could get it to where it was going faster because I was already there, they would give it to me. So when that guy got there, all he had to do was take some empties back. Things like that happen. Anyways, so the area is very important. And then the contractor, I mean, yeah, it's pretty important too. The contractor is going to try to make as much money as he can. So of course, he wants those longer, better routes. But unfortunately, his hands are tied based on the market and terminal that he's out of. So definitely shop around and find the contractor that has the miles that you want. And when I say miles, even if you're getting paid by the mile, by the hour, or by the load, or by the job, the more miles you have, 9 times out of 10, the more money you are going to make. I did know a guy in Charlotte. All he did all day long was go from Concord to Charlotte and back, which is only like 21, 22 miles. But once he made 8 trips, he was done for the day. So no matter if that took him 8 hours or 12 hours, he got a set salary. And then once he was done doing that, he was done for the night. All right? So, like I said, it's all about what you want to do and what your goals are, okay? But 9 times out of 10, the more miles you drive, the more that you're going to get paid. All right? One of the things about Fedex ground and most LTL based trucking companies is that they are terminal to terminal. So you're going from terminal to terminal. It's a lot easier to get those consistent miles versus if you're doing solely over the road or long haul. You know, because you can run into so many things, traffic, weather, get held up at the dock for 8 hours or whatever. Now, there are times where you will have to sit at the dock at FedEx Ground, but normally that's kind of programmed into the schedule or into the system, and depending on your contractor, he might pay you by the hour. All right, but so something to take into consideration. Like I said, if you're thinking about coming to FedEx Ground, like I said, just be very mindful and shop around for the contractor that you work for. Most terminals probably have at least 2 contractors working out of a terminal. Some of the bigger ones might have 10, 15, or 20 different contractors working out of the same terminal. All right. So I'm gonna tell you a little bit about how I was able to get 4,423 miles in 1 week. So the run that I'm on now for a contractor down in Florida, Mossy Oak, Florida. Some people call it the Vuniac Springs, Florida. From the Vuniac Springs, Florida to Ocala, Florida, one-way paid miles is 322 miles, but it actually, it's 311 miles, but it actually comes out to be about 313 miles altogether going there. And then on the way back is another 313 miles for a total of 626 miles a night. Normally I do this run 6 nights a week, all right? And that puts me right around 3,700 miles a week that I average under this particular contractor. Now there was 1 week I ran 7 days in a row, and they kind of took me out of route, and I did a Jacksonville run also. I went from Mossy Oak to Ocala to Jacksonville and back to Mossy Oak, which gave me 667 miles for the night. So that particular week, I did 626 miles a night times 6 nights, and then one night I did 667 miles for a total of 4,423 miles legally. All right, legally. Now I know to you old school truck drivers who used to run on paper logs and whatnot, I know that's every week for you guys, or that's not a lot of miles. I know guys back then were doing 4,000 or 5,000 miles a week in their sleep. But in this time and age, with the electronic logging device and the way things are set up, 4,423 miles in 1 week for a solo driver is actually pretty good. All right. So again, if you're looking for a lot of miles, because 9 times out of 10, the more miles you get, the more you're going to get paid. Shop around and find a contractor that has the kind of miles that you want to achieve to reach your financial goals. Hopefully you received value out of this video. If you did, please go ahead and smash that like button. Consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay smooth, my friends.